It's your girl Donnie Don Diva, aka The Boss, with another episode of What's on Your Mind. Today on Purging Thoughts, we're talking sex toys, and we have Marvell, and she is really nice here with us today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into it.
Hey you all, I am She's Really Nice. Well, my name is Joanna, but on Instagram my name is She's Really Nice. I am co-owner of Unpredictablepleasureboxx. It is a sex toy line, adult novelty basically.
It's your boy Vel. I'm just here for the male perspective,
All
the
right.
real perspective.
Right.
All right, so we'll get right into it. And I know everyone wants to know our first experience with toys. So I'll go ahead and go first with mine. I was in a very long-term relationship, and it was his birthday, and I just decided to kind of like spice things up a little bit. And so we went, and I kind of got him a couple of stuff, and that was it. And that just took off, and we enjoyed ourselves, and I mean, I couldn't complain that day. So I have to say about that.
I'm gonna piggyback on that too.
Yes.
That was my first experience. We were coming from a date night, and we were passing an adult sex toy store, and I was like, "Oh, let's go in there and get a lingerie." And then from there, the rest is history.
Your experience?
Well, pretty much I had a girl who liked to explore, so pretty much I was like the assistant guy, just watching the operations, I mean, it spiced it up a little bit, but had a little jealous moments or whatever, but hey, it is what it is.
All right. So I want to know from you guys, do you guys currently have toys and are currently using toys? Marvin, no toys for you?
No toys? What?
That's no fun.
Are you currently using toys?
I'm not using toys, and the reason why, I always have my niece and nephew with me, and I have like no restriction in my house. Like, they have the password to my phone, and I actually had one, and I was hiding it under the bathroom sink, and I realized that wasn't a good hiding spot when my roommate was like, "Yeah, I see your toy," and I was like, "Oh, that means I gotta go." So I actually ended up throwing my toy away just because of that reason.
Well, I do currently still use sex toys. It's not very often that I use sex toys, but I still use sex toys, yes.
So now, I know you're in a relationship, and I want to know who initiated the sex toy.
I did. So this is what took place. Like I said, we were coming from a date night, and we passed by a adult store, and I went in to get a lingerie, and the clerk, of course, she's doing her job upselling, and she took us over to the toys area, and so she basically started to educate us about different toys and how they work and what's this, what's that, and from there, he was already there with me, so he knew what she was saying, and we were both kind of convinced, and she kind of gave us a recommendation, which is my favorite, the C-ring, and she gave us details on to how to use it and what benefits it would bring to the both of us. And so yeah, we definitely purchased it, and then from there on we
Just took off.
took off from there.
I really like how the fact that you said that she educated you on how to use the sex toy. Because when I walked in there, I mean, I had this creepy looking guy, and so, but I mean, I don't think I would have took any advice from him to begin with, but there was no education on how to use it, the products, to like if you were using it too much and with speed and whatever. I mean, we brought easy things. We brought actually what you have here, the masturbation piece. We brought like the ring, and it came with some other stuff or whatever. But I brought toys that were more so to cater towards him. But I still was not educated on that. And then because of how I felt in the bedroom, I later on went and brought one for myself. And at that time, by the time I brought one for myself, I was not in a relationship and I was not ready to explore other options. So getting a sex toy was my
Yes, your best
that was
bet
my
at that
best bet,
point.
yes.
Yes, definitely. And you know what? Because I realize this topic is so sensitive. Once you're educated about it, then you're a little bit open-minded. Because before it, yes, I wasn't into sex toys whatsoever. Like nobody could. I hear people talk about it,
Yes.
but you couldn't pay me to buy a sex toy. Absolutely not. So just her giving me the details on how to use it, how often you should clean it, and things like that, just kind of allowed me to open up my mind, and then that's where it's at right now.
Okay.
So
Now, Marvell, you look quiet here. Have you purchased for yourself or for anyone else at any point?
Negative.
nothing.
No, she was the purchaser.
She was the but were you there?
No.
So I actually read up that when it comes to the male perspective, a lot of males are not the one who initiate sex toys, or they're not the one that's purchasing it. It's more so a female thing, and if a male is purchasing it, it's either two things, like the person that they're with already introduced them to it, and they're using it with their significant other, or they're using it on another female, but it was still introduced to them, or it's male on male action, and that's really where you see a lot of purchases. Now, have you had any male purchases?
I have not, and believe me when I tell you, I am waiting to because once my customers order, I will send a follow-up email, letting them know, hey, let me know what you think. Give me your reviews and your thoughts on the toy. And they're all been females, no male yet. But going back to me and my boyfriend, he likes it. Now we don't include it all the time when we're having sex, but he's okay with the C-ring.
All right, so now you said something earlier. I want everyone to know, how can they go and purchase, check out your item, get some information, get education. So let them know, like, your social media, Facebook, email. How can they purchase?
Okay, so I am on Pinterest, Facebook, as well as Instagram, _unpredictablepleasureboxx with 3x. And my website is unpredictablepleasureboxx with 3x.com. The website is very self-explanatory. It gives full details, and my information is there as well, as far as with sending out emails if they have any questions about educating. And speaking of education, I am actually hosting an event in July 20th. I'm going to have a pop-up shop, and basically I'll be going over details about each item and how they work, and basically educating people. And it is a free event. Everybody is welcome to come.
Yeah.
For people to have some fun. Let's spice up the bedroom, because honestly, my sex life was super boring compared to what it is now. Now it's so exciting to have sex. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I will definitely make sure that I put all the info below, so you guys can follow her, go on the website, and visit her pop-up shop, because I will be there. So I need you to be there, okay? Now, I would say this, right? So I did have an experience with this guy who was trying to talk to me, and all he would do would bring up, like, oh, I'm gonna do this with you, and send me videos and pictures of sex toys, and he actually sent me videos of him using the sex toys on other females, right? And it made me feel some type of way, because first of all, I was like, man, you are a man-hoe, right? Because first of all, why do you have all these toys, right?
I would question it too.
So, and then it made me feel like, first of all, I feel like there's nothing wrong with introducing toys into the bedroom, but I feel like that has to be something that's you and I,
Of
right?
course.
So we go purchase it, or I go purchase it, and I bring it to the room.
Of
and if
course.
I am using sex toys, you should be happy that I'm using sex toys, because it's my sex toy, and I'm using it on myself. Versus, if I'm coming over here with some male rings and some pumps and stuff like that, like, whoa, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't insert your penis into something,
right?
Right? So it's something that another guy's penis been inside of. So now I do know that hygiene and cleaning the products is very important, but I don't care how much you sanitize it. If I didn't purchase it with you,
Oh, definitely. Absolutely
we're not using it. We
Absolutely,
are not using it.
absolutely
First of all,
not.
I was already upset that you were sending me pictures and videos of it on other girls. And I'm like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. And he refused to stop. I had to block him.
Absolutely.
And I was like, yeah, this is not happening. You think you trying to holler at me and sending me this is not going to work. So that definitely was a no-no for me. And I kind of think I would feel weird if a guy is even if he doesn't have it, he's bringing like, hey, let's go get a sex toy. I think I would feel weird about it.
Well, you know, with the sex toys, there are some pros and cons about it. I would start off with the cons. The cons of using a sex toy would basically be overusing the sex toys.
Yes.
We get it. We want to get pleased and things like that. But remember, it's still human and human, not human and item.
And yes,
So
human and machine.
Exactly, human and machine. So some people, I actually know a girl right now. She's not into dealing with another human. She's her sex toy, strictly toys. And when I ask her why, she's basically like, because the guy is not satisfying me the way the sex toy is. This is where there's a problem. Because if you overuse it, then when you finally get in bed with someone, that pleasure that you're receiving from that sex toy, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna want from that person too.
Yes.
And
I could jump in on this one.
you feel me? You feel me?
I had one, a recent, this is being recorded. What up? Had a recent situation where
He's like, let me cover my mic real quick.
where it took a little while longer to something that I don't want to put too much out there, but the time took a little bit longer than usual. But it wasn't me. But prior to me, I found out she was using toys and stuff like that. So it kind of takes away from the natural feeling. You know, it's like using vibrating machines and you know what I'm saying.
And also with that is that some people, not all, females actually, you could actually lose the feeling down there.
Yeah, the sensation.
Yes, you could definitely.
And because they have different speeds, and I'm gonna tell you what I feel from using a toy versus what a guy. It does not compare, right? Now I would tell you that I actually prefer contact to contact, right? Even though that feeling down there feels a lot better with the toy, but to me, I like that I can smell you, I can feel you.
Yeah.
You know, like to me personally, you can never replace that.
You can
No
never.
amount of toys or even a fake what are those things called? The dummy dolls.
Yes.
I don't care. Like there's something about a human being, the veins on your neck, you know, the way you look at me, all of that. I'd be like, okay.
The way you smack my booty.
What? you can't replace human reaction. But that sensation, like that is very what females don't realize. You may not have noticed that you damage the sensitivity. I can't even say the word right now. Down there, and then when you go human to human contact, and you're realizing like this guy is like
It's not.
and it's not the guy. It's you.
It's really you because you're the one that's controlling. that's you're the one that's controlling the sex toy. You're the one that's controlling the speed of the sex toy. It's really you. Now I won't bad talk it. I won't bad talk it because like I said, I still use it. I love it. But going back that contact to contact, it has to be that. But it's not all women that lose.
Yes, it's
Not all.
guys as well.
It's not. That's not what I mean. What I mean is not all women lose their feeling down there. Because I know someone who's been using it for years.
But I mean, I feel like if you are using like that extra max,
I think I could agree.
And it's not even this. It's like this. An extra max.
Yeah, I
You're
can see
about
what
to
you're
catch
saying.
a it's like you're getting electrocuted at that point, like down there. Like,
You so silly. Electrocuted? Damn.
bruh, I'm telling you, like,
Electrocuted?
it's like, I can't, me personally, I don't use it at no high speed. I haven't used toys in like years. Like I said, my niece and my nephew are always there, and I think that I would hate to be one of those parents, like those aunties, like, what is this? And you be like, oh, you don't put that down right now. Like, I would hate for that to happen. But I think that's really a con too, because you damage the relationship. Like now, if you're messing around with a guy that you're just messing around with him, but that's like, okay, whatever, he wasn't good, quote unquote. But if you're in a serious relationship, I think sex plays a very important role.
Absolutely.
And then
Very big.
I think that even if you're using sex toys, I feel like you have to tell people, like, not necessarily upfront, but hey, I use toys, I bring it to the bedroom, and that you gotta have that conversation, like what I like and what I don't like.
Yes.
But because sex plays a big role in
Major.
relationships, I feel like that's definitely a conversation, like, okay, or even if you have problems, like you realize that, hey, my sensation down there is not the same, I feel like you should be open about it. And definitely tell your significant other, and then vice versa, because I mean, I think a guy can lose sensation too. I mean, I don't know how it works.
No.
He don't even want it. Listen, have you ever had a toy used on you?
No.
Why? I feel like that, like,
Then you
I kind of took
definitely
it homo, like, I thought the wrong thing.
listen. So you definitely need to get the C-ring. Believe me when I tell you, this is my
Non-homophobic toys.
this is my baby right here. Let me tell you guys. Can I share an embarrassing
Yes, go
moment?
ahead.
Let me share it. So my boyfriend works for the fire rescue department. So there are nights where there are days where he doesn't come home. So he had me under the impression that he was not coming home, and I'm like, yo, I need you. So long story short, it was one morning, I'm getting ready for work, and I looked at the time, I'm like, I got some time. I'm about to have my little moment to myself. As soon as that moment, I'm about to explode. Boom, he busts through the door. I was like, no. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, wait, this is not, what are you doing here? He's like, popping up on you. Like, oh my God, that thing was so embarrassing. That was so embarrassing. But, yes, this one right here, that's my baby. Get the C-ring. It's on my website. Definitely get it. That's my baby right
I
there.
don't think I've ever had an embarrassing moment. Like, outside of the guy sending me stuff, like that I was embarrassed by, but I don't think I've ever had an embarrassing. I mean, mind you, no, I would say, like I said, with my roommate, she was like, yeah, I found your toy, and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking I had my private moments, like no one knew, and now the moment that I found out someone knew I was using the toy, I was like, yeah, this guy's
It's not for you.
This is like,
It's not for you.
I think I was okay with it when I was in a relationship. So I had like only 2 moments in a relationship I used the toy, and when like it was like maybe like 3 years after we broke up is when I was like, man, these urges.
That's where it comes to play.
So I had to, and then I was able to do those urges.
And especially when a woman wants to go into the whole celebrant.
Yes.
Wow, years without. Oh my God, how do you function?
Man, listen, you see how you said you had, I was a couple, bruh, those urges come like, whew, I don't even think we have time to be talking about urges.
Girl.
Cause I really do feel like girls have urges probably more than guys. They're probably just not as vocal or
That's
as
all that is.
like let it be known. Like you could tell when a guy is like, a girl is like, yeah, I'm sitting here and I want some, but I'm gonna sit here and still look pretty. And I think like that's the difference. And like you said, pretend like everything is normal, but those urges is like, yeah, I'm gonna take a shower. Let me touch myself. But I honestly feel like me pleasuring myself is not the same. Like I'm telling you, like hands down, it's not the same. Like you can call me whatever you want to call. I'm not into tune with my sexuality, like as an individual. But you can't pay me to like say no more penis. Like,
of course.
Listen.
Listen. I don't know how some women do it, but some women do it, and they're into that. Let me tell you, when I first came up, when I said to myself, this is what I wanted to do, of course, I did my research, and I realized people out here really buying sex toys. Really buying sex toys.
What's the weirdest thing that someone's purchased from you?
No,
or
I won't
weird.
say the weirdest things.
What to me would be weird. But what is the most like extra?
So like I was saying, I had this lady who purchased something, and I send them a follow-up email just to, versus her just emailing me, hey, this is what it was. Either I liked it or I didn't. She actually sent me a full picture with her using the toy. I was like, wait, this is not supposed to be happening. I'm like, wait, and my boyfriend's like, wait, let me see. I'm like, no, boy, move. That was embarrassing. I was like, oh my God. But there are people out. There is actually a big convention coming up in Vegas, and that's what it's all about. And I hear it's tons of people that come out there. And when you think of things like that, I don't know if it's because of the community that I'm in right now. People are looking at, when I first decided that I made that decision, people looking at me like, what? Why?
Yes.
Who would do that? But before using sex toys, I wasn't educated about it. So I was that person looking at, what? Excuse me? No, thank you. I'm good. Once you get that education and you understand how to use it and when to use it, you'll be a little bit more open spirit about it.
I think it's like using sex toys is kind of like when you're in high school. Ooh, you saw dick. Ooh,
Exactly.
Like, I think that's what it is. It's really like, now you like, girl, who don't suck dick? Who don't eat pussy? Like, okay,
exactly.
like, like,
you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
But I really do think even like having this conversation, and you come back to your family, like no one really. I honestly feel as if no one really talks sex.
Exactly.
It's like it's kind of like this forbidden topic. Like I understand that the details of what happens in your bed
stays in your bed. Yes.
But I'm grown. You're grown.
Yes.
You have kids. How did you have kids?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I was always embarrassed, like, that my mom knew I was sexually active, right? Especially when I was with this guy for 8 years, right? You could not tell me we weren't sexually active, right? And so, like, my mom would be like, oh, when you have a baby, Ma, I'm not even having sex. What are you talking about? What? How do you have kids? It was always like something that was like a forbidden topic, and I feel like you have sex ed, but no one really talks to you about details. It's like we're gonna scratch the surface and you figure out the rest by yourself. And I feel like you said, like even cleaning the products, that's education right there, because you used it, you released, it sat there, picked up dust, and then you went and go put it back inside of you. That's like, okay, that's
that's another thing that's very important when it comes to sex toys. You have to make sure you clean that because it carries a lot of bacteria. Like you said, you release and then you put it there and you're gonna pick it up and use it again just like that without using it. That's a no-go. That's a no-go.
Well, you're very quiet. Like you're not giving
you're
me
supposed to
no
be the
male
man perspective here.
Okay, so how do you feel? How do you feel about it? Now, the information that you have gained today, will you at least test a product and then give us your review?
got 10% going on right now. 10% off.
10%.
I don't know, that ring thing seems kind of interesting.
Well, let me ask you a question, right? I don't want you to tell your business because we can't say too much, but are you comfortable like touching yourself and stuff like that? Like self-pleasure?
Men
To be
masturbate.
honest, yeah,
He
men
probably
do.
don't.
No, men do.
Men.
But
Yes.
All of them.
yeah, men do. But it's more. I kind of like the contact. I don't like. I feel like sharing it with somebody rather than it being for myself. So I don't look forward to
Self.
self. Yeah.
But, okay.
See how I went around that way.
Yeah, I know, right? So, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to ask him this question. So, but would you be willing to test this out, right?
The ring, yeah, that thing. Because it's something you can share with somebody.
Yes.
Like by myself.
You wouldn't want to try this sucker.
I don't even go to the movies by myself.
I feel you on that one. I feel you on that
You
one.
feel me? I go to the bar, go with a girl, you drink, have a good time.
Okay, so would
No.
you allow a girl to use that on you?
My babe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
how do you
okay.
feel about bringing sex toys to the bedroom?
I'm with it. Cause if she ain't gonna do it with me, she gonna do it with somebody else. So you might as well.
Get with the program, right?
Let me tell you, it is the most spontaneous thing ever.
Mhm.
And that night, my boyfriend was looking at me like, "You're really growing up."
I feel like sex toys are it's kind of like role playing, right?
Mhm.
I feel like you come, you introduce chocolate to the room,
With
Now,
cream,
now,
strawberry.
now,
Okay.
so now you good at that department, right? You see, but the thing is, it's like I feel like you can't never take away like natural, no extra stuff, just human contact. But I think that I feel spontaneous. Go get the ice cream. Go get it.
Exactly.
Like and or like the syrup, the with cream. I would say I feel like at this point, knowing that I've used sex toys, I've used other products like whatever props. But I think one thing that I would not do, only because I don't really trust people. Like I don't think I would listen to like handcuff me.
Girl, you
I'm
play too much.
claustrophobic.
Like
And I'm glad you brought that up because when a lot of people, when you hear sex toy, they automatically think vibration. Vibrators, vibrators. Sex toy is so much. Like you said, handcuff. There's lubricants. There are the ties where you could tie up your partner and do. It's so much to sex toys. It's
And
not
so
just
you sell lubricant as well.
yes.
Lubricant to me, like I feel like people say like, oh, I don't need lubricant. I'm wetter than wet. I feel like lubricant creates a different vibe.
It does. It's more warm.
Warm. And it's like it enhances your like everything down there, so you feel everything. So have you ever used lubricant? What do you do?
Put on my business out there.
What do you do?
What I do?
You just go in there and just.
I just do it. I mean, I like props, like the whole props thing. The toys, rookie. Not gonna lie, guys. Lubricants, no.
No.
The furthest I went was the condom that warms.
Well, I mean, you could say that's part of it. I mean, because if you're
It gives
using it,
you-
yeah.